it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is a reading for Virgo for November 2019. I'm probably reading for a feminine here, but you're welcome to switch your genders if that's what works for you. It is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't try and fit it into your life if it's not your reading. If you would like a personal, all my information is below. So Virgo, for the month of November, you're coming through with the skunk spirit and gratitude. This is really lovely energy. This is feeling really good about yourself, really good in yourself, being very grateful for everything that you have, probably practicing some mindfulness. You seem to be looking for something brand new with a clean slate here. Combining the sort of Empress energy here of the Singer of the Chalice. Yeah, which is, you know, hope, joy, trust, patience. It's very loving energy. It can be quite nostalgic as well with Mike the Man. So this is also about being very patient, but it's also being very using your mind wisely. He's very, very wise. Is Mike. He takes a lot of details. He takes a lot of time. He pays attention to all sorts of omens around him and hidden meanings and clues, and he puts together the little puzzle here. So it's a real lovely combination of energy, so you're not in any way swung too far in either direction in terms of the head or heart. It's a lovely combination of both, and ultimately you are choosing something brand new. Okay. Now, there is someone here from your past who I think would like to resurrect a previously gone sour relationship, because at the heart of the matter, your main energy for the month is the Page of Pentacles and Judgment. So this is someone who basically wants to resurrect a relationship here, because I have my Judgment card confirmed with the Six of Vessels, which is a reunion. So this is your nostalgia card, but in the main it's just, in the past I think that maybe this has been a relationship that's broken down. Look at these very similar energies. That's incredible. It's the same little waterfall coming out there, and here it was in reverse. It's exactly the same. So they may have rejected your love in the past, or your relationship is just broken down. I mean, it was just the Ace of Vessels, so it might have been a fairly new or short-lived relationship that, you know, never really became anything of permanence. But certainly something has gone wrong here in the past, and they now want to come back. Probably ask for forgiveness. This is forgiveness, and it's also resurrection. It's second chances, and this is your main energy for the month. Now, what is blocking this and what is your obstacle is that you're not keen, basically, because you don't trust it and you think it's all very confusing. I would not be surprised if you're dealing with someone who has heavy Cancer in their chart, because I have the Moon card here, and I also have the Archer, which from this deck is the Chariot card, so both Cancer signs for me. So yes, the Moon is about confusion, basically, not really feeling that things are being hidden from you, that nothing is very clear with this person. You can't really, you know, see the wood from the trees. They maybe like to confuse you. I think they maybe have in the past, and certainly their behavior in the past has confused you. And now here they come, wanting a reunion, wanting a second chance, and it's confusing you. You're not, I don't think, prepared to give them a second chance, because there's too much confusion. Basically, you don't understand. You think this person has secrets, and I have my Pook card in reverse confirming my Archer. Now this is the Chariot, which is normally a pretty successful card, but this is actually shown as the Archer. This is very defensive energy. This is protecting your everything you built, really, you know, whatever the two wee doggies in the background represent to you. They look pretty sad, to be honest. She's a really fierce fighter here, this Archer, and she'll take no prisoners. So I don't think you're prepared to give this person the time of day. I don't know what they've put you through in the past. All your stories will be different, but there's just not enough clarity. You think they've got secrets, You don't seem to want a resolution with them because the Put card is in reverse, and this is actually the card for resolution. But also in reverse, this is about the Put is the shapeshifter. You don't know or trust this person. There's no trust here, and when a feminine doesn't trust a masculine, it's just not going to happen at all. And the trust has probably been broken in the past with the Ace of Vessels, the actual water of life being dumped out here. The trust is gone, and you're now projecting yourself and looking for something a lot more balanced and something completely new. And that is in your block. That's your block. So I see you blocking this second chance, basically. I'll do the base of the deck first. So not the base of the deck, the base of the matter, the subconscious, and we have the Page of Cups. So this is the apology. This is the approach. You know, the take me back. Let's try again. It's a very small attempt. You know, it may just be, it's not going to be, you know, a grand proposal or anything like that. I don't see that. I just sort of see them coming back in maybe a slightly small sheepish way, maybe just, you know, testing the ground there, feeling their way through to see if there's any sort of soft spots in your armory. And this was clarified by the moon on the water and the sun of life. So basically the sun and the moon, which is the masculine and the feminine, is how I'm reading this. And to get an idea of who they were, the sun of life, the masculine here, is the glaucoma. And again, this is maybe what has been the issue in the past here, because the glaucoma is your narcissist card. This is someone who projects a lot of illusions onto you. Is very much blinded by lust. There's not any emotion with this person. They're very, very sly, smooth, Harry. Yeah, so that's the sort of energy that they have, and you're coming through with the feminine here as my green woman. And this is someone who has a lot of confidence, or who has rebuilt their confidence in many ways. Someone who's very grateful for what they have, coming back to the gratitude card, and know your worth. Someone who's a lot of fun, who can be very wild, very capable of dealing with difficulties around her, but at the same time she's actually someone who does like a really stable environment. So yeah, that's who the masculine and the feminine are here in this reading. In your immediate future, you're coming through as the Nine of Pentacles. Actually, hang on, I'll do the crowning card. So this is sort of like the best you can achieve for the month, or what's immediately apparent in your mind. And it can obviously be, I can be speaking directly to the person you're thinking of listening to this reading. So this is my Empress with the Five of Wands. So conflict with the mother. I see this as your own energy, Virgo, I'll be honest. I think you're turning your back to any sort of conflict here. With the Five of Wands, someone may sort of feel the need to fight for your attention here. You're just turning your back on it, because actually the direction you're heading on, very similar to everything else that's coming through, is the Wanderer. And this is the Fool card, basically. This is a lovely, lovely card. She's stepping off her stone here, and she's got a little rainbow on her foot. So it's going somewhere just really hopeful and brand new, turning her back on any sort of conflict here. She's got her back turned to it, and this conflict is around the Three of Vessels, which is the reunion card. Again, it's joy, it's celebration, and that was actually at the base of the deck on the initial spread. So I think it's just really, really clear here that someone does want to come back, but I feel you've just washed your hands from it. You may have been through the mill with this person before, and you just don't want to do it again. So in your immediate future, the Nine of Pentacles. So being very single, you know, self-sufficient, maybe even self-employed, but just feeling really comfortable in your own skin. It's very skunk energy, know your own worth. And you have here the King of Vessels, the Heron, who wants to communicate with you. doesn't need to be the same person I'm picking up on, but I'm honestly not really seeing any other energies here. So I think it is, because I think you're looking at your blank slate here. I don't think there's anything written on your page just yet. So this is, yeah, this is the same chap, I think, wanting to come through and communicate with you. And with it being the King of Vessels is the King of Cups, so someone who has love for you, has emotion for you. And at the base of that, someone who's possibly has some jealousy issues with the Three of Swords here. The Three of Arrows, sorry. They're jealous because they think that you're their partner. In the Master Maker card, the 22. This is my longevity couple. They've been together forever. They are, you know, they don't cut corners. It's a real labour of love relationship. It's the real deal. It's you know, Mom and Pa that have been together 40 years there and been through the wars, and they're still there. That's I think that's how they're seeing you. And they're jealous. They're jealous possibly of your newfound independence here. The fact that you are going it alone and you seem very comfortable. You're turning your back in any conflict. You're looking for a brand new start. And your energy is super positive because you're seeing things clearly here with the owl. This is the owl spirit. Really lovely energy again. This has been highly intuitive and just being able to see, just know the score. Really, that in your mind there is no confusion unless this person is in your environment. Is this person that actually causes confusion in your head, and you're seeing that, and that's why you're turning your back on any sort of conflict, any sort of reunion, and any do-overs. Okay, so what will be what you will come across in the month of November, and I do think this is this energy again. It doesn't have to be, keep an open mind. That's just how I'm reading the story. It's the Devil, so it can just be a Capricorn, but this is someone that you know is maybe a temptation for you, or this can be their own energy. There might be someone who has a sort of may have addictions of their own. They may be obsessed by you. This is someone who doesn't manage their emotions very well at all. This is what I'm getting, because their underlying energy here is a combination of solace and gloominess doom. And I honestly am sort of seeing maybe even manic depression here. This is someone who will, I don't know, they don't even call it that anymore, do they? Is it bipolar now? Is someone who will go from one extreme to the next, you know? One day or 1 week you'll find them in this fantastic, you know, glowing energy and bringing sunshine to all around them. This is very highly conscious person, someone who's very knowledgeable, someone who's very dynamic, and just brings a lot of empowerment to everyone around them. Fantastic. And then the next day or the next week we'll go here, and this is gloominess doom. So this is falling into depression. This is someone who feels very sorry for themselves, who is very self-defeative. Is that a word? It doesn't sound like a word. Someone who self-destructs and curses themselves. Yeah, but it's really hard. I feel like it's really hardcore depression, and this is this person's problem. So there may have been, you may be very much drawn to this person, their light side, if you like, but very much put off by the other. But I think this is this person's, it's their own, it's their problem to solve. And I think you know this, and I think that's why you're not going round again, basically. Let me just pick up on a couple of songs. If you're not familiar with my readings, I do get a lot of music. Oh goodness Lord, my leg's completely numb. So the songs will be below. Please just scroll through my stuff. There is a pile of information on my Reiki. I do that on purpose, so you have to read it on your way. So if you would please give that the time of day. It was "Don't You Forget About Me" is what's come through on my reunion card, on the offer for wanting a second chance. The Page of Pentacles, I got that they're alive and kicking, so they're back again. On the moon and the sun, the sort of masculine and feminine combination here, I had girl, you've got to be my woman and I've got to be your man. That's all I've got so far. So this devil energy, this is swinging emotion from, you know, all up to all down. Now this is, I think it's their energy, but they could be involved with a Queen of Bows here, a hare in reverse. I don't really think so. I'm just sort of feeling this is their own energy. And this is like the Queen of Wands in reverse, but she's a hare here, and in reverse, this is someone whose intuition is poor. This is someone who feels low on luck, low in prosperity. This is someone who lacks independence, who is kind of slow to react to circumstances around them. And with Loathis in reverse here, this is burnout. This is blocked, exhausted energy. It can be quite destructive energy. So it could be another feminine that they're involved with, and you know, that has this kind of energy. But really, I've got to just be honest, and as a combination, it's just don't get involved. There's nothing good there at all. And I think you know that, and I think that's why this is not happening. And how you're being viewed as someone who's not prepared to listen, is not prepared to receive communication. You're blocking communication, probably from this person. I mean, this is just how you're viewed, so it doesn't necessarily have to be accurate. But yeah, you may not be prepared to hear the truth in a situation, because the Eight of Swords is normally very truthful. But ultimately, I think you've just heard enough and you've just made your mind up, because you have the Four of Arrows, which is rest, and the Nine of Arrows, which is dedication. So you're just committed to your own health and well-being, your own physical health, your own mental health. And that's why you're not engaging, because it's probably messing, or has in the past messed with both of those. So it's very much self-care. It's coming back to knowing your own worth, wanting a new start, balancing out your, you know, head and heart state, and seeing everything really clearly. So it's almost like there's nothing they can say to you, is what I'm getting. There's nothing that they can say that's going to change your opinion, because you've already had the experience. Thank you very much. And it's all sitting there like a pile of doo-doo, and I'm not, you know, I'm not engaging. That's what I'm getting. So, you know, they could be saying, well, you know, you need to listen. I've got the truth. I've got, you know, I've got a whole story to hear here. But I really feel, I mean, look at your Archer here, and that actually came up with my Singer of Courage. It's really feels like a do not approach, because I've got the t-shirt basically. I knew you were waiting for me. And in your outcome, we have the Emperor himself. So this is your counterpart, my Empress. And he's been clarified by the Knight of Vessels, Knight of Cups, the Eel. So the eel is a very stealthy, elusive, slippery animal. I'm not getting nice energy off this at all. I mean, they're a survivor. They're very, very capable. There's no two ways about it. And they have a lot of emperor type qualities, you know. Very capable, very strategic. But they're just fly. or at least that's how you're seeing them. They're just fly. This is Watcher energy, watching from the murky depths. It's smoke and mirrors. The Emperor came through, sorry, with we're going to put ourselves together and going to polish up our act. Don't let nothing stand in your way, and listen to every word I say. So they want to be heard. They want to be heard. But their kind of underlying energy is just sleek it. They're just sleek it, and I think you know that. Coyote spirit with the dolphin spirit. This is the Emperor. So the coyote is the trickster. This is your lesson teacher, trust in divine detours. So this is someone that the universe will put in your past, because there's something that you need to learn that you maybe didn't learn in the past. So they're going to come and rock your world. and not necessarily in a good way. And the dolphin spirit here, and this is about duality, the two truths coexist. So this is this and that are true, the story they tell you and the actual story. Very, very friendly, very fun energy. You know, as I say, in their energy is solace, fantastic, but there's no consistency. There's no consistency. It is very narky, you know, you get the love bombing stage, and everything seems fantastic, and they glean all this information from you, project it all back, and they sound like your ideal partner, but the substance isn't there, and they ultimately cannot maintain the facade, and I think you've seen it, you can see clearly now. So there you go, Virgo. Actually a really super reading, because I do see that your energy is fantastic. You're looking forward in a really positive way, and I don't think you're going to give this energy the time of day. So an advice card, please, Spirit, for Virgo for the month of November. I cannot believe it's November. Virgo, November. Advice card, please, for Virgo for November for this Empress. Advice card for the Empress, Virgo, for November 2019. Unlock the magic within. I'm going to read it. Oops. Magic Guardian. There she is. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. You are the magic, you are the answer, you have all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. It's all very law of attraction. Honestly, I just love your energy this month, Virgo. I think this is one of your best readings, and I really do think you're crystal clear on who you're dealing with here and who you're not prepared to entertain. So please please subscribe if you would like a personal. My information is below. If you're interested in Distance Reiki, have a wee read at that below and get in touch. And failing that, have a fantastic month. It looks good. Bye.